I used to love reading, but along the way I just kind of stopped with that skill. Now I'm not going to lie, I think I got a little bit lazier. Is that a word? But I'm not going to lie, trying to pick up a book right now for me is very, very difficult. I would rather go and watch Netflix or anime or play FIFA. And I know there's audiobooks out there right now, but that doesn't really ignite that reading spirit in me to go and pick up a book to read. At least not yet anyways. So one of my plans for this year is to get back into the habit of reading. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing some books that I'm probably going to be reading in 2022. So if you're interested, make sure to watch to the very end, because in my own opinion I think these books are going to be informational and it's going to help improve our life. So let's go. Sit by myself. So the reason why I came up with this idea is, if you guys remember, I said this is one of my plans for the year, to get back into the habit of reading. So my thinking is sharing this with you guys is going to make me feel accountable to go through with the plan of reading throughout the years. And I'm going to be leaving snippets and reviews of almost all the books on Instagram and occasionally on this platform as well, so you guys can kind of experience the journey with me, and like it's like you're going to be there with me throughout this whole reading experience, and I think that's just going to be fun. And the other reason behind this is I think these books are just a fun read, and why not recommend them to you guys, especially if you guys are also interested in reading. But before I continue with this video, comment down below right now if you are currently reading a book or you've read a book you absolutely love. Comment it down below. I would really love to know what that book is. Now the first book we are starting with is The Psychology of Money. Now this is a really great book. I haven't read it yet, but just the summary is, so in The Psychology of Money, the author shares 19 short stories that explores the strange way that people think about money, and also gives us a better sense of how to just view money and how to go about making decisions towards or decision relating to money. Because even though all things being equal, decisions are supposed to be made based on the facts given. We are human and we make decisions based on emotion, pride, ego, a lot of factors that have nothing to do with the numbers or the facts. So it really just dives deep to strange ways that people view or think about money and how to make better judgments when it comes to money. And after all, the name said baby, Psychology of Money, why anybody read that? So the second book I'm going to be recommending is Your Money or Your Life. Now this book, they said it transforms your relationship towards money, not just with earning, spending, debts and saving, but also it includes the time functions that's related or that's ticking up in your life trying to make money. So basically it's just trying to say life isn't only about creating wealth, but you can also balance it and just experience, be in the now, trying to experience the moments, the now, be in the present, something like that. So for example, someone like me, I've been told I don't really like going out, just trying to create experiences and things. Me just being focused on trying to invest all day, researching on financial statements and trying to find our latest trend or latest thing. It really just puts a toll on you. Trying to do all these things can really take much of your time, especially if you don't plan your life well. So your money or your life just gives you this kind of perspective that life isn't really all about trying to make money, but you can also balance and have time to experience and make time and be in the now, be in the present, to experience things and just enjoy life. So that kind of narrative for someone like me, I think is really important and really eye-opening to a new experience, if you get what I'm trying to say. So the third book is Get Your Shit Together. Now honestly, this book, I don't really know what the book is about, but the title just enticed me. I really like the title of the book, and I think I'm in a point in my life where I really don't have my shit figured out, so I guess this is going to be a book to help me do that. to get my shit together. But comment down below if you've read this book before and if you think it's a great read. I honestly, based on the book and based on the people who recommended me, I think it's going to be a great read. So let's get into it. The next book I'm going to recommend is not really recommend, but I'm going to be reading in 2022 is Atomic Habits, and this basically explains what I'm trying to do with just trying to get back into the habit of reading. Sometimes there are these habits we want to form, but because of laziness or other factors, we find it extremely difficult to get back into. So Atomic Habits just talks about ways or strategies you can use to build up habits. It doesn't matter how many years you've been trying to build up habits. It just brings you really eye-opening solutions to or easy ways to create habits or even to stop habits you don't want to. Maybe there's some bad habits you want to stop but find it difficult to break or do away with. So it also gives you some ways to stop those habits and create good habits for yourself. So I really think it's a great book, and I'm probably going to be reading it in 2022. So the next book I'm going to be reading in 2022 is The Millionaire Next Door, and this book I read in 2021 but I didn't finish, so I'm going to be continuing in 2022. Now I really love this book, and basically it talks about the average millionaire not being this multinational big person or big celebrity that's at the center of attention and everyone's is looking towards him as a role model. Like it just brings that narrative, like the way average people view millionaires or people with a lot of money being these big top dogs with big companies and things, but that no, it just opens your mind and it shows you that a millionaire can be anyone. It can be literally your neighbor next door, and that's because there are simple, easy strategies so that everyone can follow to become a millionaire, and you don't really need to build up a very big multi-business company or to go into a very big business or something like that. But there are very simple ways, just like simple steps like saving and investing for a very long time, just setting some of your salary aside. You gave me like simple strategies, and that's some things I also talk about on my channel. So if you want to know more about it, make sure to subscribe and we can discuss and share our opinion on this. But really a great read, just giving you that narrative that you don't really need to be this big man at the center of attention of everyone, but you can just follow simple strategies that can guarantee you to become a millionaire by just being in your living a simple lifestyle. So the next book I'll probably going to be reading in 2022 is called The Token Economy, and this is a book about cryptocurrencies and then the world of blockchain and the network web 3.0 and those or everything relating to cryptocurrencies. And the only reason why I want to read this book is I want to start researching more into cryptocurrencies, because in my own opinion I think cryptocurrencies are here to stay. I stand to be corrected though, because we are still at the early stages and anything could happen, but I'd rather just have an idea of what this whole blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, those things are about than to be left in the dark, because what do you have to lose? So I'm probably, and that's another thing I'm also planning on doing this year, just researching more into cryptocurrencies, and I think this is a pretty good book to start with, because there are a lot of cryptocurrency books out there. Some are very sketchy, some are very sketchy, but others have a lot of good information. So I think this is just one I think I should start with, and I think after I'm done reading this book I would continue researching more into the world of cryptocurrency, because there's money to be made from crypto. So the next book I'm going to be reading in 2022 is called Traction, and this is a business book. Basically it talks about ways to run your business, how to operate a business, and I'm currently studying business management, so this kind of ties with what I'm studying in the university. But basically I want to own a business some point in the future, and it's nice to have that kind of knowledge or skill set of running a business. So basically, Traction is a book that talks about ways to operate your business. So I think it's a great read, at least for my field. So the next book I'm going to be reading in 2022 is Never Split the Difference, and this book is a negotiation book, and basically it talks about how almost everything in life has to be a negotiation. That's you convincing your parents to give you money, you trying to sell something to someone, going to school, like pains, like everything in life is a negotiation. Even just trying to solve an argument with your partner. So having that negotiation skills is really going to help you in life, basically. In the book they talk about how some people were able to use some strategies to negotiate with bank robbers in order to save the lives of hostages, and basically these strategies can be used in our everyday lives. So I think it's a great read for everyone to have, because in life basically everything is negotiating. Now we are down to the last two. So the last but one book, and basically this one I think almost everyone has read it, but it's a great read and I don't mind reading it again, and that's Wichita Product. That's actually the first book that got me into the whole world of personal finance and investing and saving and budgeting, and it's a really a great read. So I don't really mind just trying to read this simple, easy to understand personal finance book. The last book is a little bit different from the other types of books. Most of them are about business, finance, negotiating. Well, the last book is actually more of a fun read, reading for fun, basically. So the title of the book is The Final Empire, and this book was recommended to me by a friend of mine. Not really a friend, but it was recommended to me, and it sounds like something interesting to read. It's more like, if I was to compare it to a movie, I would say, or not a movie per se, but a cartoon. I would say Avatar is something like that, getting into like having nations battling, fighting, trying to save the world. So I guess it's going to be a fun read for me, whilst the others are going to be more business related, finance related, trying to improve yourself kind of books. So these are basically the books I'll probably going to be reading in 2022. Like I said, I'm going to be leaving snippets and reviews of the books on my Instagram, so you guys can kind of follow the journey along with me. You understand? So that's the end of today's video. If you found some form of value from today's video, then make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel, so that whenever I post, you'll be notified straight up that I've posted a new video. And also make sure to share the video to your loved ones. Thank you so much for watching to the very end. And like I said, if you want to join the journey of me reading these books, or just sharing my opinions, snippets and reviews of the book, then make sure to follow me on Instagram at AOKHagan. I'll definitely be posting on there, and I'll occasionally post some on this YouTube channel as well. And till we meet again, have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.